Hi everyone. For the first question would be project-based education is when you learn by doing a project, but instead of reading about like that project, you're doing a hands-on project. Like for example, if you're talking about like recycling and instead of reading about recycling, you start building an activity in the school where you do like a recycling program where you have trash cans for aluminum, plastic, and the other type of trash and that will be one. For the next question, I don't have experience. This is the first time that I do this, or I'm gonna do this. Um, Next week, what are ideas? What are your children interested? And what lights up them to keep engaged? So something that will keep my kids engaged is animals. They really like to talk about animals, worms, insects, um, animals' life. So one of the teachers has a turtle in the classroom, and they were really interested on that. Like, can we see it? Can we feed her? And I have two at home, so I've been thinking on doing a project about turtles, like their life cycle, what they eat, when they die, their life, like um, everything about like where they live, everything about turtles, and that's what I'm thinking right now. Um, I don't know yet. Um, what questions? I don't have questions. I don't know if I'm correct from what I get about project-based education from the videos. That's what I got is instead of reading it, doing it, and extend it to the point that they feel comfortable. Um, they engage with that activity. Um, do you have questions? Uh, the culminating project, the first steps is due next week. The culminating project, no, like with mine, I have some ideas on what to do in that um, project. Um, I have some ideas already on what to do. For the second part, the second part, just 2 weeks ago, shared an observation and ask a question. Okay, the strategies that I was going to be using was a timer because it was hard. It's been hard for them since I got back. The daycare it's different. I'm in a different classroom and everything. So from my observations, what I saw is that they're struggling with those transitions, like to transition from activity to other activity. So what I'm gonna do, it's and I have done. I got a timer, and that has worked a lot, and maybe like warnings. So I want to keep working on that because it's not completely like they're not getting it like in a week or two. So we're gonna keep working with. I talked to the teachers and I was like, it's really hard for them to transition. I saw you when you were like telling them like multiple times to like we're gonna do this now. Can we clean up or stuff like that? So like with singing and um, the timer, 5 minutes left. I think that's something that's gonna work. And the timer worked really well for the days that I've been there. I have my timer with me all the time because sometimes I do 1 minute activity even with my kids, like math or stuff like that. So I think it's been effective, the timer. We have to keep working and more things, not just the timer, maybe singing, maybe warnings. Um, and that's it. Thank you.